Not your fault either.
No, it's
Don't
always.
let him off the hook too easy.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's always my fault. How deep the Father's love for us, it's all the same arrangement, no matter whose arrangement we choose. How deep the Father's love for us, how vast beyond all measure, that He should give His only Son to make a precious treasure. How great the pain of hearing loss, the Father turned His face away, and wounds which more than drowned bring many sons to glory. Behold the man of honor goes, like head upon his shoulders. Ashamed I hear my mocking voice call out among the stars. It must be that and barely was with dying breath and dying life. I know that it is finished. I will not boast in anything. No gifts, no power, no wisdom, but I will proclaim His life. His death and resurrection. Why should I keep your mercy, Lord? Why can't I give in but this I know with all my heart. His wounds have been my ransom. The kingdom is reward. I cannot give in but this I know with all my heart. His wounds have been my ransom.
Mr. Rock. Thank you for bringing us through this week's time. You said everything. Please do just in time. This is that's what we're real quick, if you have not had a chance to see Jesus Revolution, Whenever it is available, digital or DVD, how to choose.
You can get it on YouTube right now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's amazing.
This is this is a movie. Remember the Time magazine article, the Jesus Revolution back in 1979. Red cover, and it was quite a story that was written. And hey, Rachel, I would think about Jesus from the late 60s, early 70s. That's what the story is about. It's a story about Red Warrior and his coming to the faith during that time. It shows the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's no doubt about it. It's really well done. And I haven't verified everything yet, but my gut tells me they were credited against it. So it was a really good article that was written. It captured what was going on. A lot of this in California. And the reason, and our young people know this, we have been hitting hard on the road to the empty tomb. And I'm seeing more about us. One of the things that we've really been discussing is if Jesus is who he says he was, we better pay attention to what he's saying. Really pay attention. This movie, for the first 10 minutes, camera, and we have been able to ourselves in the last few years. I was really pleased about that. Really nice about it. But it also speaks to this, and this is the quintessential part that I kind of took away from this movie. You'll have your own. I assure you, you will have your own takeaways. But one of the things that I took away from this is that as Christians, we've come to a point where we put people in a box in terms of what they look like if they're good. And this movie absolutely destroyed it. It's really bad. In terms of church, in terms of being ready for this. So I thought it was really good. People talking to each other. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 37. We're going to finish up the last verse.
Yeah, I think we're
39. I want to go back.
okay.
I guess the one thing that's kind of captured my attention is just this whole thing about Judah. And in the midst of this, it's kind of fudging around. Who knows why? Maybe feeling some guilt. Maybe needing to get away. Have you ever thought of it? Yeah, and this is just a really wonderful theme throughout these last two chapters. God works in the midst of this. I want you to be very careful with that. Please be very careful. Don't think that that's a license to do whatever you want to do or live however you want to live because God will use dysfunction. Yeah. You're going to miss out on God's things. And by the way, God can take lemons and make good lemonade. But I think it's very presumptuous if we just hang on God. Genesis chapter 39. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and start reading here.
You did pick up in 37 last, or versus just the transition.
Yeah, well, let's do that. Maybe there's a reason why I brought that up. Let's go to the last two verses here. And remember that even in the midst of all this, God is at work. And if you've never been through the Experiencing God Bible study, there is one key thing that you will learn in that study. God works. And He's always at work. And, you know, in the midst of your life, you may feel like you're going down a path. And man, it just feels like you're fighting everything and nothing's going your way, and so on and so forth. You should remember that God is at work. And you don't feel what you need setting you up for. I have heard some wonderful testimonies. Right out of the book. So, this is, I think, one of those moments in which, again, Judah is not in a very good situation. But God's working, and we're going to see here where He's working. Let's go with verse 34. Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins and mourned for his son many days. And all his sons, all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave, under my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him. And the Midianites, there's God working, and the Midianites sold him into Egypt under Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's, and captain of the guard. Joseph, even here, Joseph has got to be wondering what in the world is going on. Because he is the one that has been going around bragging to his brothers and whoever will listen, y'all are going to bow down to me. Y'all are going to serve me. And we've talked about this, that in that culture, in that day, that was one of the most preposterous things that Joseph could have said. And it's pretty bold. So now he finds himself being sold. And let me say this too. Guys, that goes to the heart of what I really want you to really hone in on in these chapters. You may feel like God is just abandoning you. This is and we talked about this, I believe, a couple weeks ago. God is humbling Joseph. And boy, when you get humbled and you put yourself in a position to use of God again, God can do great things. And He did. Absolutely.
You said you didn't want to sound degrading when you said it, but that's exactly what they do.
Well, let me clarify one thing. I don't think God wanted to degrade him. God did want to base him.
No.
He was looking to. I need, and this is like it's like a horse that doesn't want to. I watched the dead horses. I watched my horses. I said to myself, that horse is not going to live through this experience. Before you know it, though, guess what? The horse is doing fine. And guess what else? People are able to ride the horse. So, no worries.
I think that the whole situation too is not being so off like the others. It's
sometimes, it was right here with Joseph. It was on here.
I know what you're talking about. Trained dog.
Dogs are another.
Bird dog. Pretty powerful. They want to go out and grab them. They just want to go out and grab them. But you got to teach them where to grab and how to grab. Right. Takes lots of practice, lots of training on a wild boar. So,
Good stuff. Let's go 2 verses each here, and we'll go until I tell you something. Mr. Clint, will you take us on the road there? You go next and just work on 2 verses each. Genesis 39, verse 1. Stop right there before going further. I want you to understand the importance of that verse. That is a period that is not worried about his possessions. That's what it's saying. Joseph was moved up in the trust fund way, and done it, we would presume, pretty quickly. So this is a really interesting dynamic that's playing. I'm sure that if you had asked Joseph at that time, he is wanting fruit. I'd rather be free. I'd rather be home. I don't want to be here. But if I have to be outside of home, this isn't too bad right now. Yeah, keep going.
there is no one greater in this house than I, and he hath withheld nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How then could I do this great evil and sin against God? And she spoke to Joseph day after day. He did not listen to her advice. I heard and deed with her.
Okay, then I'm going to have to pick up in just a few minutes. I'll cover this here. This really is so interesting. There's a lot you can take away from it. I think a very key point. Do right. Do right. Okay? In the midst of trials and tribulations, do right. There's a saying that in this our household, when things get difficult, we don't know what to do. Do the next right thing. That's the thing. Next right thing. You don't have to worry about days and weeks ahead. You don't even need to worry about hours in heaven. You only need to look at one thing. What is the next right thing? See that? That's it. That's really what it is. That's what it boils down to. Joseph has been put in a big-time position. And you will note that his pride is not getting the best of him right now. He's kind of grabbed a hold of a few things. He knows what's right and what's wrong. By the way, if there's another thing to take away from this, learn what's right and what's wrong. But the thing is, you want to learn. Joseph did that. Obviously, put himself in a position where he can continue to do it. He does that. In so much that this whole thing with Potiphar's wife could have really put the train on the tracks. That situation and him being very direct with him. How can I do something like that? That's wrong. Now, she's a denier. She absolutely is. And he walks very carefully around this situation. So much so, and I have to pick it up from verse 11.
They passed, and she saw that he left the garment in her hand, and fled forth. Then she called unto the men of her house, and spake unto them, saying, See, he is brought in a Hebrew unto us to mock us. He is come in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice.
Keep going.
And it came to pass when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment and fled and got him out. He laid up his garment by her, so the floor spake unto them, and told him his words, saying,
Please, verse 19. What? Oh, either way. Go ahead.
So,
Yeah. Steve and I have done a number of these improvements. Oh, by the way, you're not sick with when Charlie said we are releasing.
I'm going to go to in 20 years, I've brought prostitution. I've done it.
Why am I bringing that up? What's going on with Joseph here? Hello. And I got news for you. Do not be surprised in the future if you find yourself in a similar situation.
You find yourself in similar situations with just yourself.
You can find yourself in this situation in a lot of different people and situations. The bottom line is this. He got the raw end of the deal on this.
I'm going to argue that he got the good end of the deal.
Potiphar believed his wife.
Yeah.
He'd probably be dead.
Tell me.
That's right. Go back to verse 1. Its title is the chief, which is an officer. He's an officer, but he is the chief of the guard. And that word is the chief executioner. He controls.
He's the warden.
He is. He's the warden. Now, his wife comes to him and gives him the story. If he believed her, Joseph would be dead. At the very best, if he really believed his wife, he would not be in the king's prison. He would be in the common rough criminal prison. Absolutely, he could not believe. I was going to say, this is probably a pattern. This is a pattern, but Potiphar knows his wife. Yes. And he also knows the integrity of Joseph. Therefore, he has to honor his wife's statement, but at the same time, not do Joseph. And that's
Very interesting. Very interesting. I'll go back to my one, because it really helps. I don't disagree with that at all. It makes total sense. Say again? Yeah. And that's what I really want to focus on. It's an issue of that in the future, guys, you may be put in jail or prison due to an injustice. And you might be thinking, Charlie, there is no way, not in America. Guys, I just got done telling you that I've done a lot of prison ministry and I see it. I see it.
What he said actually reminds me of where it's like, his wife, she's a notorious, I'm just saying this. A wife is a notorious liar, and she claims that her husband's friend has done things to her, and he's like, he knows his wife asked him to say it, so he's like, this is basically him, like, okay, get out of here, my wife said, please get out of here.
This being part of God's plan, it's really, I think it's beautiful. God has something to do with God's plan. It's never worth it. And when you think about how David's family, it's silly. There's no way that not David could have come up with David just isn't. I mean, using Joseph the way that just shows the wonderful beauty of Christ. Look back in your life. I know some people think about it. But look back in your life. Look at those moments that you go. Just think about maybe that was God doing this thing. I've always said, and this is another one of those things the things that God said. Taking a look at your mile markers is a very important step in it. Well, if you covered mile markers in the future, very important step. This is a mile marker. This is a big one. You know, Joseph had been unjustly put in a place that he's not going to God knows exactly where you're at. And I would say, if there's one thing I've got you to take away from that, never forget God knows exactly. Let's keep going. Richard Ready. I'm going to go to the talk. She's starting to talk like it. Verse 21, please. Oh, please. Don't make me call a group hug over there. Call a group hug.
Sing it for him?
Oh, there you go. Yes. Yes. Go ahead, Ron. Right, that's right. Yep.
But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him mercy, and he gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever they did there, it was his doing.
This is a very telling thing. This goes right to the heart of what Steve was saying earlier. He knows what's going on. So this is fun. Okay. Well, like here's some key points I want to talk about.
Well, when we were in chapter 37,
It says
it said the Midianites, but then when we get to chapter, it was the Ishmaelites.
Yeah, but it actually 37 is the top. And then it ends up he sold the Midianites, and then here the Ishmaelites sell. They're through.
so. In spite of what is going on with Joseph right now, what is a key theme up to this point? Say again? Say it again. Don't be shy. He's prospering. Everything that Joseph touches is prospering. Is Miss Nikki on?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh no, what are you gonna
You
do?
gotta watch this.
What are you gonna
gotta
do?
watch out now.
So our oldest son, a very good God. Absolutely. And she calls him the God. And it's basically because it seems like everything that touches gets blessed. Now, is that going to be for the rest of his life? No way. It's no way. But here's the key in this. In the midst of injustice, in the midst of walking around in this life, thinking that life is not fair, thinking that I have been done wrong, I'm a victim. If you'll just keep yourself aligned with God the right way, you have no idea what God made you do. Everything that Joseph does from the time that he is sold into Potiphar's house, he is prospering. Don't think for a moment that nobody else notices that. It's on display.
They all notice. Yes. Potiphar noticed that.
Absolutely.
He noticed that early on.
Hey, and what do people always want to do with somebody that's being blessed? Come on, come here, man. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Yeah. See, we're going to do some rubbing of shoulders here because I'm not losing track of this guy. Right?
We're buddies.
Right? This is.
Get that residual breath blessing.
Yes. Look, that's what they do. That's what they'll gravitate to. When you talk to quote unquote the self-motivational speakers, and they ask you a question, do you want to be successful? Well, what do you think everybody says?
No.
And this is what the motivational speaker says next. Go hook up with a successful person.
Get friends in high place.
Right? That's what's going on with Joseph. He's prospering. He prospers in Potiphar's house, gets accused, gets put in prison. He prospers in the prison. Noticing a trend here. And I submit to you that is because Joseph put himself in a place where he could be blessed. make sure you stand in the way that blessing. You can. You absolutely can. So, big theme here. Blessing during what? But I'm going to call it what seems to be curses. Because sometimes, guys, we think we just had a basket full of lemons given to us. God's like, no, you don't understand. I got the sugar. We're fixing to make some good tasting stuff. Just hang tight. Absolutely. This is important.
Joseph also, though, it seems like he has, like his brothers, maybe his father, he has somewhat of a mind for God.
Yes, he does.
He's worried about sinning against God, and that's not something that came up with Judah.
Right?
He wasn't worried about sinning against God. That wasn't on his mind. That wasn't on his brother's mind.
I think it's due to a choice. He made a choice. We all have a choice. And I think it's a beautiful thing that God has given to us, the freedom to choose. There you go.
Well,
Make a choice.
what I meant was that maybe it's because that he worships and thinks of the Lord that maybe that's what it's
And that very well could be true. And I would see as you what is the overarching reason for that?
But he also has kids. Sure. Yes, for example, he has a history from his family that he observed the consequences and all of he did not go into another man's life. Considering it's the oldest brother, Reba, having gone in to, what's her name? Bill. Yeah, that's all.
I forgot what happened there.
That's Bill.
Well, in Song of David's sister,
Yeah.
and the consequences of that.
So he's seen things, and he has, as a result, said, I don't want some of that.
Good stuff.
He's also a shepherd. Because he was born just before his father had worked 6 more years. For Laban, he was born there, and he observed during his very early years, he observed how God was still blessing Jacob. And finally, he observed that Jacob was called out, and God protected him. He's a 6-year-old kid when they come out. And so as a result of that being a 6-year-old kid, they're very impressionable. And he is being effectively cultivated to be a godly young man.
There's something to take away too. Great word here. Never forget this, guys. We're children, especially the young age, are incredibly professional. Right. So it doesn't matter what you do. What do you see in this chapter that stands out to you? What speaks to you?
instead of because I instead of
I've heard others say this too. yourself out of some buildings, or start serving something. I have to tell you, the Berkeley Harvard, for many people, that was absolutely first. For the guys, I'm sorry, that's me, yes. Because I was in the midst of quite a bit of depression. And I'll tell you what, I said, that people are, I'm not telling depression. That's how. Well, you're doing what for me, I need to get my mind off of those shift. It shift. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because the family so long, and those people, they don't think they do. A lot of they're doing a lot of that stuff, and at the same time, I needed that myself.
Hard work.
And it was very, yeah, very much so. But not a lot.
Especially the health. And I understand how to do it. There's no people to do something I guess they end up being news because they're so desperate to get out of the mindset that they're in that they end up trying to help people that don't even recover in the first place.
Not the hard. But you know what? The one thing I did find, it's sick. It's old and you brought it up a month ago. Those from high, the low. I don't know about you guys. I don't ride roller coasters real well. Physical or otherwise. I don't do emotional roller coasters. I don't do, physical. I did do Space Mountain one time.
You didn't do the,
No,
I did that. That's it.
I know you had never been to Six Flags, right?
I did not. I was
Whenever it was like, in a 10-day band, you never did? Oh,
Yeah.
I have.
So if I don't want to really go to, I don't go.
You were too. So we gotta make sure we stay with the noise. Tell me what else you see here. What else speaks to you? He did.
We're talking with another word. He allows, God allows things. He allows conditions, circumstances to get our attention, or to get other people's attention who are watching us struggle as we go through it, and yet struggling without ever. We does all kinds of things like this so that there's a huge dynamic going on here. What seemingly it's a unique kind of event, but it's not. It's not about me. It's about all the things, including changing people before I come to work. If everything's got that, it's growing us in.
Everybody throws in each other. What's the keeper? It's 29. You know it? You throw it? Okay, now what's verse 29? Let's go with it. Romans 8:29. This is huge because it goes very hard to what Steve just said.
Well, not
Egyptian.
Egyptians, why did she lie in the first place? Why?
Let's come back to that in just a
Yes, we
moment.
will, because it says so.
Yes.
It
I want to-
implies very directly what's going on.
Absolutely. Please read it. I'm sorry, Blake. The word means what? To. Who? That's it. Our life is they're not going to get the rates of growth without some sharpening. You get what I'm saying? That's going to require some really difficult.
What about don't put a statue with us?
Yeah, same thing.
Because I don't know, blade, it sounds like it's alright.
But you're right, because it's going to require a chipping blade. It's small. Good stuff. Good words. Good words. I want to go back to what. I want to go back to the question I think posed a moment ago, and that was regarding Proverbs 20. Why? What? Thoughts? Okay?
Go back to right there where it said, all right, that was drawn up behind, you saw that, verse 14, all the men of the house, what was the rest of that? See what? He has, who is the he? The husband, Potiphar. She's mocking her husband. She has a thing against her husband. So, and who is she saying this to? The men of the house. So he, Potiphar, is mocking her Potiphar's wife, and she's announcing this to the men of the house.
Now what are the men of the house doing? They've got a decision to make. Yeah. Not enough time for that one.
You will know someday. You get married, and after 2 to 3 years, start seeing a little transition. After 20 years, you'll see a big transition, and you will know the answer to it. And there is nobody who can inform you about it, because anything that they say, you will reject because you have a romantic notion of what marriage is.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
In this, we take our time. It's not what it's trying to do that. It shows its ability. Yes. So he's constantly being forward goes around us. And there's this incredible because it is. Still does somehow change that. It wasn't that that's the goal. So those I told you to start. But now God to say you're seeing the same mentality. But I think he understands. He understands God what's going on. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Consider this is a chess game.
Yes.
And in this chess game, God is always 1 to many steps ahead of everything. And in this case, his brothers selling into slavery, that did not catch God by surprise. He comes down here, he providentially ends up in Potiphar's house. God orchestrated that. Later, Joseph will say to his brothers, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. And throughout this, Potiphar's wife's thing going on here is part of the next transition, because Joseph has to ultimately become the prime minister of Egypt. And in order to do that, you have to start in Potiphar's house. You have to be rejected from Potiphar's house, and you got to go to prison, so that you'll be in the king's prison, so that you'll be at the right place at the right time, so that. And it's a chess game.
It's together.
Yes.
But, and so that's why
Oh, yeah.
he's able to understand the actions and the reactions.
You can only do it as much as you can. And you know what's really interesting, what you were alluding to the moment there, the thought that the home, God sees the for a while. I don't know. I think God said that God is sovereign. Filled with Joseph. Yes. Yes. Without even asking. But it's filled with evil. And it's true. Plan to say, but it's not out of that was place. That's Joseph, the young person, I hear you. I hear you. I want to do that. I'd like to come and see that.
It's not all about something.
In God's plans, they say, friends, only the see that it's not.
It doesn't make his point. It allows him to work with a mess.
Right, but from our perspective, it's a mess.
No, I mean, what I would say
I think it's important to understand that God is solid. Understands all things. And if we make necessary, we can make that all good. But I go back to what I started the class with. Please, do not be presumptuous in thinking that that's perfectly fine. Because that's going to keep you paid from the best of that. And it could be worse thereafter. I think that as Christians, we need to take a deep look at the totality of Jacob, sin, Joseph, the way that he acted after he was sold into slavery, and look at the redeeming quality of what God did. You know, I was just thinking a moment ago, maybe Joseph really understood the whole purpose. And it wasn't until all those roads were seen. I mean, all of this is happening. Maybe you don't necessarily understand how the story all fits. Guys, you may be going through things right now in your life, and you're going, this is absolutely it may be longer, but 20 years. For one day. One day. And you know what? I think really know that it's not like doing something right.
Going back to what you said at the beginning of the class about how looking at the way you attitude and making it good is not good. And just like that, like that's exactly it's not. I would say it's very good. That puts things straight. Continue to do the same thing over and over again.
Joseph sees contrast, and he sees consequences, and he's got 10 brothers and a sister and a dad and 4 mothers, so to speak, and all the stuff with Laban and his cousins and stuff. He sees that. I'm not that. But she doesn't. I don't want it. So, her sin nature is going to develop is selfish. She wants what she wants. She is. She's an Egyptian. She is. Right. Yes. And consider Joseph, from her viewpoint, would have been quite a prize because I'm sure being 20, 21, maybe 22, he's a handsome young man.
And that would have been something to flaunt in front of
Well, and you know, with her being and she's probably not just like any one in the village. To be Potiphar's wife, she's probably high up in the social team.
Yes.
So to be rejected by a slave.
And that's the whole other part that she's now a star.
That's right.
It's protected by a piece of her property that she technically owns.
That's a telling statement right there. Duly noted, right?
But maybe she does probably knew that she owns Joe's.
And that's why I say that's a really telling statement, because I had not thought about that way. She does see her as only. Who are you? Right. You, as I say, because do you not know who I am?
Probably, the thought process was to probably, as you said, he's got hands-on and privileges, so they thought he was blessed. Good things for that. So gratitude for the fact. But whenever he rejected her, she completely caused away all of that and said, how dare you reject me? You're not my slave.
She is, yes. Even when it's
Then after the fact, after the run, she's trying. Finally, she grabs him and he gets out of his cloak and he runs. But we're still all of them, the house, and spoke to them saying, he, that is God, has brought in a Hebrew. And understand, you find out later that Hebrews are looked down upon.
Sure. Yep.
And by the way, Hebrews, what we think of Hebrews today is not what this word means. This word means foreign, which is that's the basic definition of Hebrews. Yes. So he has brought in a Hebrew foreigner unto us to mock us, putting him in charge. That's a mockery. And he came to me, cried to me, and I cried with a loud voice. She most certainly did not. But they couldn't prove that because she waited until they were all out.
I can say there's nobody there.
That's right.
Plot plus the cat saw everything.
So she then trots out. Here's the garment. There's my proof. And then she waited. She didn't go call for Potiphar. She waits for Potiphar.
Don't need to bother him that time. You are so bad.
The reason why I make that joke is because back to thousands of years ago, the church changed. Basically, what
One of their problems.
that's why
What'd you say? What'd you say? Were you smarting off over there?
Yes.
Again?
He knows how much I love cats.
Cats are outside. We also have. No, so, how many cat lovers are?
Amen.
Oh, my goodness. Bottom of the totem pole.
I have 5 cats at home. They are like my fucking
I don't know if there are any that are pretty.
I couldn't even be around
19 years.
Are you with it?
Yeah.
So you're right. Lots of underprints on that. Jump to chapter 4. We started with this. Let's go ahead and verses. No. Yeah.
You read verse 40.
So, go ahead and start. Yes.
Pharaoh was brought to the two of the prophets.
Okay, let's pull up right there. This will make you extract that for a moment. Because what is Joseph trying to do? What's the last thing?
Because he's got experience considering his own.
I was going to say,
Considering his own food.
it's at his own.
Yes. But then with Jacob, he was aware of at least three with Jacob.
Raym's running the family. This is a really interesting situation going on. Say again? Maybe. And you know what? I've never thought of it that way. And your last word is really is the important one to have. That's what it is, it's a gift. Right? I mean, in the generational gift, maybe we've seen multiple generations.
Most of the around Joseph family. For Joseph to observe the one who is the dreamer and who will begin to interpret dreams and the key dream behind the yes. Well, that's not the point.
Yeah.
It's that God, he now understands that it's God who has given
That's the key. Read the last part of the first verse.
Do not interpretation belong to God.
Stuff right here. He clearly knows where the interpretation of it comes from. It's not Joseph trying to elevate himself on a pedestal. Joseph is really saying, I see your problem, God can help us. Now it's the next statement after this that is really interesting. Because what does he then say? Tell me. Now, this is, I'm going to go to another people with me. We look at controversy. Was Jesus controversial? Unequivocally. He was making proclamations that in that day and age, when we saw this last Sunday, reach for the stones. That's how controversial it was. What's Joseph doing here? He's making a pretty bold statement. He's saying, I come from God. Guess who you're talking to? You're talking to a God. lots of study about this in the Old Testament. Never proved. Joseph was ready to be used. He was ready to be used. Guys, if there's something that I just want you to do, feel like putting it. Like put it. So, Joseph says, tell me the dreams. What happens? The next few verses. That's this time. So the chief cupbearer told these dreams to Joseph and said to him, in my dream, behold, there was a vine in front of me, and on the vine there were 3 branches. And as it was budding, then blossoms came out. Or its blossoms came out, and its clusters produced ripe grapes.
Within 3 days, Pharaoh lift up your hand or your head and restore you to your place. You should deliver Pharaoh's cup and his hand after the former manner when you were his. But I will over 14. But think on me when it shall be well with you, and show kindness, I pray you, unto me. And make mention of me and your favor, and bring me out of this house.
Boy, that sounds self-serving.
Make sure you let him know I did this, so I can get the heck out of here.
Yeah. Wasn't self-serving. Maybe not. I will say this. Obviously, it didn't happen that way. But God still blessed in the end. So the timing is just slightly off. And sometimes, guys, you've got the right message for God. You might not be at the right time.
Maybe that's the last
Maybe. No, that's pure speculation.
For indeed, I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews. Here also have I done nothing which put me into the dungeon. The chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, said unto Joseph, I also was affected. Behold, I had 3 white baskets.
By the way, can we agree that the first dream sounds like a pretty good one? Sword. That's a good one. Okay, let's keep going.
And if the uttermost basket carries and its 12 men in a basket, and so the man himself was 3 baskets.
Oh. This is not a good score, is it? Keep going.
Now,
When he restored the chief butler to his butlership again, and he placed the cup in Pharaoh's hand, that contained the chief baker as Joseph had interpreted to him. When we get that last verse right. Yet the chief butler did not remember Joseph, but forgot.
No. can I say this to you? By the way, there are guys in prison that say this, that they shouldn't do. But also know that they should not released because of whatever change about that. And what they'll do is they'll petition for that. They'll go to whatever legal authority. Sometimes they'll go to a lawyer. Sometimes they'll appeal to a state attorney general. Whatever it might be. And when they get the letters back, you know what the answer is. Because you see the demeanor on their face. I can assure you, Joseph had and somebody go get the chief. I need to talk to him. Right? Remember, we have to stay like that. You're going to let them know that I think it's going right away. He in Rubber Springs.
I don't know. And the ones who probably didn't have that kind of pool with Pharaoh.
Well, so
I don't have any dreams for being president.
you know,
Yeah.
like we felt Mary, we took their like help making sure it's not poison for it. Here, let me shift it for you. Oh, it's okay. I'm just gonna lie. Here you go. Oh, by the way. Yeah, what's that? What do you think Joseph was feeling? Maybe a trail. Maybe.
Probably just try to
Well, and you know what? That's an interesting thought right there. That very well could have been the issue. Clint's thought though is really good. How do you take that back to Pharaoh? How do you explain that? I mean, Pharaoh's going to sit there and go, and
So you can't
what?
water by the favor.
I mean, well, that's basically, that's almost how you have to approach it. Yeah.
You
And
can't ask the Pharaoh.
you would be wise to be very careful about that simple one. And chances are, I mean, and chances are, it's probably going to go, what are you doing talking about? Well, and I tell you,
Why are you even saying stuff?
one of the greatest stories that we can find in all of Scripture that really illustrates the difficulties is Esther. Well, here she is. So, yeah, boy. I mean, when you think about great. Esther. Because she put her life. This is possible death. Women have a tendency to do that only if they don't have to worry about their life. Because what do typically women want? It's all about security. That's what it's about. No, it's not about that. It's not. Sometimes they think their security is in it. But in the end, what does a woman want? Bar none. What does a man want? That's it. Look, you just nailed the two things. That's right there. So I'm just giving you guys something for your future marriage, right? I mean, it's huge. Girls, if you really Want to make an impression on your husband? Show him respect. Show him respect. Guys, want to make an impression on your wife? Please. Guys, please. Right? You've got an uphill battle. You've got an uphill battle. I have to, so this Nikki still on with? Yeah, yeah. Miss Mickey she is a superb person. It's routine. Same thing, day. So
Not she believe it.
she's, oh. What is Charlie? I can fly on this. I'm not terribly worried about security. So that's a dynamic that I have to do because it can mess with her world. Now, she'll tell you there's some pretty cool things that we've done that have taken her outside of her comfort zone. She will also tell you there's some times when I'll take her outside of her comfort zone. She's not thirsty. So, it's really, well, what time do you got? This is really
8:01.
Anybody in favor of going to 10? I'll go with it. All right, next week, chapter 41. By the way, I've not totally decided, but I've got an idea of what I want to do for the next after this. I know the next one I'm going to do. I hear that, but I also think there's an important thing for proper thing. All right, well, let's pray, and we'll be dismissed. Mr. Frank, would you please walk? God bless you guys. Hey, the what? Yeah.